Hi, this is Stephanie, South African living in Houston. I just want to start off this video with a little interesting tale on what happened to me. Well, it's just a little incident that happened on the 4th of July. Went to a barbecue, family barbecue, and there was a girl there that I'd spoken to her before. She's like a friend of my brother-in-law's. It's his daughter, and I was talking to her, and her mother happened to be down from wherever she was, and she said, "Oh, let me introduce you to my mom." And I said, "Okay, that's cool, nice." So we go over to mom, and she says, "Mom, this is Stephanie," and she comes from South Africa. And her mom says, "Oh," she says, "I love South Africa," And then she gets this puzzled look on her face, and she looks at me and she says to me, "Are you very light-skinned?" Well, I tell you what, it took all my effort not to laugh in this woman's face. I said to her, I turned around and I said to her, "Well, there's quite a few of us, And I just thought that was cute, and I had to share that. It was funny, and I must have told it to about 100 people now, but I just loved it. Anyway, I just wanted to share with you why I'm here, how I got here, the things that I've told you about in my previous clip, the little things that happen to you, what you find different, what you find strange. And the reason why I'm here today is my husband actually lived in South Africa for a period of 8 months, and even though he loved the country, he just couldn't adapt to the government's way of thinking, especially like the Minister of Health, and of course the Minister of Home Affairs. Look, that's just a no-go area. So within 8 months he was very disillusioned and decided to come back to the States, and I came with him. And he had arrived in South Africa about 2 months after he had completed his tour of duty in Iraq. And he brought with him a collection of 90 DVDs. He'd been buying them over the months, and of course, them being American DVDs, they run on the NTSC system. And 11 days after he arrived in South Africa, my car got stolen with his entire DVD collection in there. Number one, they can't play those DVDs because we in South Africa run the PAL system. Americans have the NTSC system. Won't work. Unless you specifically buy a Zone 0 DVD, which is what I had. So even though it's no consolation to us that they couldn't get any enjoyment out of it, at the end of the day we didn't have the DVDs either, so it's kind of a stalemate. But my kids had been mugged several times each, not even when they were together. Some occasions they were together and some they weren't, but I would say it would have to have been at least 4 or 5 occasions. And I myself had been mugged at gunpoint, and I've been threatened twice that they would shoot me, and one cannot live like that for very long. Eventually you're gonna have a nervous breakdown of some sort. And I just want to show you a picture of my backyard. This is a picture of my backyard in South Africa, full of razor wire, and at least living here in the States, I don't feel like a sitting duck. When the South Africans fled during the apartheid era, they fled to go into exile, and that is how I feel. I feel like I'm living in exile. Next year I'll be eligible for US citizenship, and I'm going to take it. I'm going to get my US citizenship because I feel this country offered me something, and the least I can do is at least become a citizen. You know, I don't want to be a South African forever living in the United States. The same way people don't want to be foreigners living in South Africa. You know, you become a citizen of the country that you adopt, you know, or that has adopted you. My mother is also a South African citizen after she's lived longer in South Africa than what she lived in her own country. And so, you know, at least I know she's made the effort. I feel that I owe it to this country to do the same. And no one wants to give up their citizenship of the country that they were born in. My home, my country will always be South African. I'll always be a South African at heart, but my home is now in the United States. You know, I cannot pack up all my stuff one day and just move again. You know, I've decided this is where I'm going to make my home. And sad as it is, this is my choice and this is what I'm going to be doing. But at least we still get to watch the rugby here. That's one consolation. That's one thing that I can say. Thank goodness we still have the rugby. And anyway, I just wanted to make this a short little clip and just let you know how it feels, you know, living in a different country, the things that go through your mind, you know. And I'll speak to you again soon. And thanks for watching this clip. Cheers for now. Bye bye.